So we have an update here on some upcoming games in the world of NCAA, NC2A, NCAA women's basketball. So let's go talk about it. So the game in question we're going to talk about is on Thursday, March 6th, so tomorrow. And that is South Florida at Tulane, as you can see right there. South Florida at Tulane has been canceled. That game has been canceled due to both teams being locked in their seeding for the American Athletic Conference tournament. This was postponed due to the winter storm that happened in the New Orleans area, and it impacted like all the Southland Conference games, and it impacted like the teams in like Louisiana, like rescheduling games, like moving games. All that impacted all that. And Tulane, the American, South Florida. Tulane was one because it was in New Orleans, and that was where the storm was hitting. Was Louisiana. So they ended up postponing their game. However, the American Conference, in conjunction with the two schools, put the game on March 6th. It was supposed to be a 6:30 p.m. local tip, 7:30 Eastern time tip for South Florida fans. It was supposed to be that tomorrow. However, it is due to the seeding, and you'll probably already seen the video. But yeah, South Florida is locked in as the 3 seed right here. And why? Well, if you're not aware, Temple, the Temple is 4, and they beat Temple twice. So they would get regardless win or lose, they can't catch North Texas. They can't catch North Texas. They'd be a game back. If they won, they'd be a game back. North Texas, they'd be a game back. They'd be tied with. If they lost, they'd be tied with Temple, and they'd have the tiebreaker over Temple. Tulane, on the other hand, you can see right there, they are 9-8. If they were to win over South Florida, they would be 10-8, a game back of Tulsa in the 6th spot. They'd still be in the 6th spot if they lost. They'd be a game ahead of East Carolina for the 6th spot. And with 18 games they play in the American, you play, what you do in the American is they have 12 teams. You play 6 teams twice, and then you play every team, you play 12 teams once, and then you play 6 teams twice, and then and then for the other side of the league, and then the other 6 teams that you didn't play twice, they didn't play this season. 6 teams that you didn't play twice this season, in the 2024-25 season, that school will play twice in the 2025-26 season. So, and then you'll play all the other 6 teams. 6 teams you play twice this season. You only play once next season. So they rotate, They rotate. But that's what you'd have realistically do with 18 games with 12 teams. So yeah, let me just update on the South Florida Tulane game. It was supposed to be played on Thursday, March 6th at 6:30 p.m. local, 7:30 Eastern. However, that has been canceled in conjunction with the American Athletic Conference. The American Athletic Conference has notified the schools of the cancellation of this game, and both teams will just be traveling to Fort Worth, Texas for the American Athletic Tournament. South Florida had to practice for Tulane because the last game was on the 1st of March on Saturday. But Tulane, and then so they might have to, since Tulane 6, they have to play Wichita State 11. Tulane does. You find out that that's actually a good, very possible that you find out that it could be actually very possible that Tulane, that South Florida and Tulane match up in the quarterfinals of the American Athletic Conference tournament on Monday night at 9 Eastern, 8 local, and then Tulane at South Florida is, and then Tulane has to play Wichita State, the 11th seed, and Sunday night at 9 local, as of now. Probably going to be tentatively moved to 9 for tentatively right now. It'll probably move to 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 local. But either way, yeah, Wichita State plays between the final second round game of the day, the final second round game of the day, and then the final quarterfinal game of the day. South Florida plays Tulane, most likely, unless Wichita State upsets Tulane. But if Tulane does advance to quarters, then that game prep that they had, that they used for Tulane, it didn't go to waste. The only time it really goes to waste is if now you have to do Wichita State, but you're probably doing a little bit of both, preparing for both Tulane and Wichita State, like you already prepared for Tulane a little bit, so now you're preparing for Wichita State, though. In case Wichita State happens to win, I would assume. So I mean that. So that game, it's not a waste that you game that South Florida game for Tulane, but it's kind of. It actually is kind of an advantage though, because you have extra game prep for a potential opponent in the quarterfinal round, while Tulane wasn't able to game prep any for South Florida, because that game didn't happen yet. So, I mean, I'm assuming South Florida would game prep against Tulane, unless like the schools found out that what happens, I mean, that might get canceled. But I would assume that you would game prep anyways, just in case. And you might have a situation like I mentioned where, that if you game prep for playing in the American Conference tournament, it doesn't go to waste, the game prep.